Imagine this. It's past midnight. You're hiking up a mountain. The air is freezing, but you don't feel it. You're climbing a steep path of loose rock that twists toward the peak. The locals call this mountain Ubasute Yama. In one hand, a torch flickers. On your back, your mother. Maybe it's her weight, or maybe it's the guilt, but your body's burning, drenched in sweat. You've been walking for hours. You have to reach the top tonight. Crack. You stop. Another crack. You glance over your shoulder, but it's too dark to see what she is doing.
Ma, what are you doing?
You ask, your voice shaking. You feel her shift slightly on your back, her frail arms stretching out, catching small twigs from the brush along the path and scattering them behind you as you walk.
So you won't get lost on your way down, son,
she says softly.
Follow the trail I left for you, okay?
That's when your throat tightens. Tears blur your eyes. You know what you're here to do. Half an hour later, you finally reach the summit. You kneel down, letting her slide gently off your back. You can't bring yourself to look at her face. Because this is where you'll leave your mom, alone, to die. Long, long ago, in a small village tucked deep within the mountains of Japan, a moonless night fell heavy over the land. The wind howled through the forest, cold and sharp, and the bamboo groaned, clashing against one another like spirits crying in the dark. Shosuke walked through the shadows, following a winding dirt path that led up the mountain. On his back, he carried the frail body of his beloved mother. She was too old to walk. The village head had announced a new rule. Any elder who eats but cannot work must be carried up the mountain and left there, so they no longer burdened the village. Shosuke knew it was cruel, but if he refused, he would be punished instead. His mother understood everything. Along the way, with her wrinkled, trembling hands, she broke small branches and dropped them behind as they walked, so her beloved son would not lose his way back down. The faint snap of twigs echoed through the forest trail, each sound small, yet heavy, pressing against Shosuke's heart until it ached. At last they reached an abandoned shrine deep in the woods. Shosuke gently helped his mother down, her frail body trembling with each breath. She settled onto the old straw mat he had brought, her eyes lifting toward the night sky, a sea of darkness without even a sliver of moonlight.
Go home, my son,
she said gently. Shosuke's eyes filled with tears.
Mother, I'll come back for you tomorrow.
She smiled faintly.
Don't come, my dear. I'll stay here, with the god of the mountain.
He bowed deeply, touching his forehead to the cold ground, then turned and began his walk down the mountain. But as he took each step, he could swear he heard the soft sound of footsteps following behind him. Halfway down the mountain, the branches his mother had dropped were gone. He was certain his mother had left them clearly along the trail, yet now they had all vanished. He looked around. Only shadows of trees swayed in the wind. A faint scent of lilac drifted past, the same perfume his mother once wore when she was young.
Mother?
He called quietly. A soft voice answered from behind.
Son, you've taken the wrong path.
Shosuke spun around. There she stood, in the darkness. She looked like his mother, but something was off. Her hair was longer than he remembered, and her eyes, hollow, like frozen mirrors.
Mother, I thought you were still at the shrine.
I followed you,
she said, smiling faintly.
so you wouldn't get lost.
Relieved, Shosuke nodded.
Then, let's go home.
They walked together toward the village, but the whole time only his footsteps made a sound. The night air was filled with the whisper of wind and the lingering scent of lilac that grew stronger with every step. When they reached the village, every house was dark and silent. No lamps were lit. Shosuke brought his mother into their small home. The moment he slid the door open, a wave of cold air brushed past him, seeping through his skin as if the night itself had followed them inside.
Mother, sit and rest. I'll boil some water to wash your feet.
She nodded and stepped quietly inside. He noticed something strange. The light from the lantern cast no shadow beneath her feet. The water began to boil. Before he could pour it out to cool, his mother dipped her foot straight into the pot. Shosuke gasped, pulling her foot out in panic. But her skin was unburned. No blisters, no redness, nothing.
Mother, what's wrong with you?
She slowly lifted her face. Her skin was pale as paper, her eyes completely white.
My dear son,
She whispered.
I don't feel pain anymore.
A knocking sound echoed through the house. Knock, knock. Shosuke turned toward the door, but the space beneath it showed no shadow. No one was standing outside. His mother appeared behind him.
Don't open it, my son. They've come for us.
Who? Who are they?
Those who were taken before me.
The door began to shake violently, as if many hands were pounding against it at once. Black shapes seeped in through the floorboards, arms and legs shriveled, dried and cold. Their voices were thin, almost part of the wind.
We're hungry.
His mother smiled faintly.
Don't worry. I'll feed you.
She walked to the hearth and whispered something into the flame. The fire flared blue. From beneath the floorboards, black shapes stirred, drawn to her breath.
Mother, stop.
Shosuke cried, but the air itself began to twist, folding the shadows into her body. Her eyes turned pitch black.
Son, take me back to the mountain, now.
Shosuke had no choice. Terrified and confused, he led her back up the path. Was this still his mother, or something else? The mountain trail was littered with broken pine branches, snapped in two as if trampled over and over. When they reached the shrine, the great wooden doors opened by themselves, as if welcoming their return. Inside, a gaping pit yawned in the center of the floor. From its depths came whispers, soft, countless, and inhuman.
Come home.
His mother stepped forward. From the pit, dozens of hands emerged, reaching toward her.
Mother, stop.
My son, do you love me?
She said softly, trembling.
Of course I do.
Then come with me.
She smiled, a cold, lifeless smile. Her body began to wither rapidly, skin tightening around bone. The hands from the pit pulled her down slowly. The sound of laughter echoed through the old shrine. Shosuke screamed and turned to run, but as he stepped across the threshold, a cold hand clamped around his ankle. He looked down. A long arm stretched from the pit, gripping him tightly.
My son, don't leave me alone.
And before he could cry out again, he was dragged into the darkness below. The last sound before all went silent was the wind whispering through the bamboo on that moonless night. The legend of Ubasute has been told for centuries, a story born from an age when hunger was stronger than love. Children carried their aging mothers up the mountain, leaving them to die in the cold. But those who lived in such villages knew a darker truth. It wasn't only the old women who disappeared. Their sons began vanishing, one by one. No one asked questions. No one dared to speak. The fewer the people, the fuller their bowls of rice. And so, the wind still carries that faint scent of lilac from the mountain where forgotten mothers wait.
The trees bow near, the weight of time, the weight of fear. Carry me high to where shadows fall. Leave me behind, hear the mountain call. A fading echo, a breath, a trace, gone to the silence, no time.